This project started as a $100 fundraising assignment for the TrailBlazer program of Scouting America. The program focuses on providing access to camp experiences for children who might not otherwise have the opportunity. After reaching the initial goal by week 2, it quickly evolved into something more, and I increased my goal to $500. By the end of the campaign, I raised $625 from 19 donors, exceeding both the original and adjusted goals. In addition to the fundraising goal, I wanted to explore how different types of messaging performed. I focused on testing storytelling, informational content, and direct calls to action. These storytelling posts focused on personal experience and reflection, and they were some of the earliest posts in the campaign. They generated the most initial engagement, which helped establish a connection with the audience before asking for support. These mission posts focused on explaining the purpose behind the campaign and why access to these experiences matters. While these were important for context, they generally received less engagement, which suggests that informational content alone is less compelling without a personal or emotional element. These are examples of momentum posts, which focused on driving action. These included clear goals, progress updates, and simple calls to action. These became more important later in the campaign and were more effective at converting engagement into actual donations. This structure helped me understand that different types of content serve different roles within a campaign. Storytelling builds engagement, while clear and simple messaging drives action. This campaign employed 6 platforms: Facebook, LinkedIn, X, Instagram, YouTube, and Pinterest. The project required 3 new posts per week, while also expanding to additional platforms each week and cross-posting content to previous ones. Because of this structure, both Facebook and LinkedIn ultimately hosted 15 posts each, while X had 9 posts and Instagram had 6, with even fewer posts on the later platforms. This created differences in consistency and visibility across platforms, which likely influenced performance. Overall, the campaign raised $625 from 19 donors. One of the most interesting outcomes was the difference between engagement and conversion. For example, this YouTube video received over 1,600 views, but did not lead to measurable donations.
I didn't realize it at the time, but the environments I was part of growing up had a bigger impact on me than the activities themselves. Camp, especially, gave me something I didn't always have elsewhere, a sense of belonging and the space to just be myself. Over time, that turned into confidence, connection, and a better understanding of who I am. And that kind of impact doesn't just stay in that moment, it carries forward into everything that comes after. That's why experiences like this matter to me now.
In contrast, earlier story-based posts generated more meaningful engagement and contributed more to actual donations. The most effective platforms for this campaign were Facebook and LinkedIn. One key reason for this was that I already had an established audience, approximately 600 Facebook followers, and around 180 LinkedIn connections. Because of that existing network, those platforms generated stronger engagement and were more effective at driving contributions. In contrast, platforms like YouTube and X, where I did not have an established presence, were less effective in terms of conversion, even with the inclusion of more engaging video content. Pinterest was also less impactful, likely because I have not actively used the platform in years. One of the biggest insights from this project was that storytelling drives engagement, but clarity drives action. Another key takeaway is that platform performance was influenced not just by content, but also by posting volume and consistency. For example, LinkedIn had the highest number of posts and also the strongest engagement, while Instagram had fewer posts overall. It's possible that Instagram performance could have improved with more consistent posting over time. This suggests that both audience size and content frequency play a significant role in campaign success. While I did not model my campaign after a specific influencer, my approach aligns with general social media marketing strategies, particularly the use of consistent themes and varied content types. I also observed that successful campaigns tend to balance emotional connection with clear, actionable requests. For me, the most challenging part of this project was creating video content. Video production requires a different skill set, and it pushed me outside of my comfort zone. I used Canva, a cloud-based graphic design platform, to produce this video. Additionally, platforms like X and Pinterest were less intuitive for me, since they are not platforms I regularly use. What surprised me most was how unpredictable engagement can be. A post can receive significant views without leading to tangible results. Overall, I learned that effective social media marketing is less about polished content and more about understanding how people respond to messaging. Clarity, timing, and relevance ultimately matter more than complexity. While this project began as an assignment, it resulted in a real outcome, raising enough to send one child to camp for a full week. That outcome demonstrated how social media can be used not just for communication, but to create tangible impact. If you'd like to contribute, please scan the QR code now. Thank you.